Oh, yes. It helps if you turn on your mic. Okay, guys. Happy Friday to you all. The 29th of August, the day I was squeezed onto this planet. Thanks for joining me today. I'm starting a little bit early. Hope I won't disappoint anybody there, but at least we can get a little bit set up for the plan for today is to do a few attacks on the last event in the Trials of Olympus, the Trial of Briareus. I have a plan that I'm going to put a few. Aaron, hello my friend, happy Friday to you too. Neve, thank you my friend. Muchas gracias, as they say in España. Yes, I'm feeling a little bit older today. Man, no woman, never divulges their ages. But anyway, I'm here today and we're going to do a few attacks, as I said, on Briareus squad. And we're going to try just a couple of things. I had looked at a friend of mine online who had done a few attacks using different artifacts. Now, they're not starred up in any way, shape or form. They're quite low. I have the Heart of the Forest. I have the Forest Crown. Also, I have Ifrit Lord's Belt. And lastly, and much overlooked by me to my dismay, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I get a little bit of work done on my roof at the minute. I don't know if you can hear that through it. But anyway, they're drilling the fascia board off the house today and putting some new one on. So as I get slightly distracted, you know what it is. Anyway, I don't think much comes through this mic apart from my voice. But yeah, the last artifact that I had overlooked until I was shown the use for it. And that is Zeus Lightning. Now, this artifact seems really interesting, and I'm going to spend a lot more time using it in the future, down to one aspect, and that is this chance to deal double damage. I'm finding that if I use this instead of the Forest Crown or the Heart of the Forest, due to the double hits I'm getting, I am nearly matching the VP and XP that I get from those two artifacts, which obviously give strength boosts in both cases. As you can see on the Heart of the Forest, it's 260%. And on the Forest Crown, it's 171.5% strength and health, obviously. But I don't think the health really has much or any play when it comes to epics. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. I was just debating whether or not to do it with just one captain, and I think I will do it that way. If I send 3 captains, I'm getting a fairly big hit. I'm going to go through troops like nobody's business. So just to work this and try it, I think it's best used on Hercules, and I can swap the artifacts out on him as we go. So I hope today finds you well. Aaron, thank you very much. Happy 39th. Yeah, I wish I was 39 again. No, probably not. I get up to more trouble than I getting up to one on 58. But anyway, oh, I said it. There you go. I'm 58 years young today, and I'm not ashamed of it. I'm still a big kid at heart. I don't think us fellas ever grow up, to be quite honest. Anywho, let's get down to business. So I'll just make sure I have everything on. I think I do. Yeah, I still have the Olympian bonus there. Strength, health. I say health doesn't really matter. And that the royal bonuses are back on now, so we are good to go. 21 plus tax. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. All right, Neve. Right, okay, so I will select this to do an attack. We're going to start off with the Heart of the Forest, okay? And I will just need to do some calculations. What I'm going to do actually for this particular set of attacks, I'm not going to select any mercenaries. I will send monsters and I will send my silver troops. So I'm leaving mercs out of it so as I can get a better idea, because I'm quite low on mercs now, and if I was to put mercs in there and I was to lose mercs each attack, it will just obviously affect the overall score. So we want to get as close to perfect hits, and probably what I'll do is I'll do 2 to 3 hits where I will get first attack, and where, I want to get first attack in this case. That drilling is going through my head. I don't know if you guys can hear it. James, happy birthday to you. Belated happy birthday. 25th. Good. So we're in a good, we're Virgos. Lots of Virgos here today. 369 Reno, thanks for joining us from K207. Thank you for that wonderful birthday cake. If I could just reach in there and grab a piece of it, I'd even have a bite. Anyway, let's get on with this. So I just want to pull up my calculator here to make sure I have the correct troop numbers selected, so as there is no mistakes made. I think my attack power is 194. That's good, so I have it set up from that. So like I say, we're just going to go with monsters, and we're going to go with silver troops. And I will go with the same amount of monsters each time, so excuse me while I type in what I need here monster wise. I'll go with 100. No, because at the end of the day we do want to get some decent hits in. There's no point in doing this exercise without seeing the results from it as regards CP. Why is that not letting me select more? Have I got the dragon? I do. That's strange. I didn't think I would max out 61,000, I suppose, yeah. Okay. So we won't quite use that many monsters. Let's just go with 2 stacks of monsters. Okay, M8s and M9s. And then on to my silver troops. So we want... this should be straightforward enough, because I'm basically multiplying this by 10. 774, yeah. And 754. And 4171. Don't mind me, talk among yourselves. Any plans for the weekend, anybody? What are we on here? No, that wasn't right. So that's 4171, 4416. G8 mounted is 7561. I had this perfectly earlier on, but I was doing a few vaults, and obviously I did lose a few troops during that. So that's why I now have to recalculate. 8339. And we have melee. And of course I have my windows all over the place to try and get this screen up right, so it's a little bit awkward trying to find things. However, we will not fret. 8811. Yeah, it's probably 8853. Good. And ranged units is 8321. Okay, and then we should be okay from here. Well, maybe not. 7561. No. 15. Okay, so we're on to G8. Why did I not make enough of them? Anywho, we're not worried about that. So we're on ranged 15101 and melee. I must have missed these when I trained troops earlier on. 143, and from there it should be straightforward enough. 16656, 16656, and 16690. And then we will throw in a few, what did I make earlier? A few more ranged units. I had been sending a few of my cannons, my siege engines, into the attacks, but I think looking at the Bray area squads, I think I'll probably get a better impact out of some extra ranged units. So we have our silver troops all selected. I'm going with my usual 2 stacks plus one extra set of troops to fill in the leadership. If I left that down, I'm at a leadership of 193, but if I throw in those extra few troops, I'm maxing out my leadership. And as I said already, I'm going with 2 stacks of monsters and no mercenaries. And we are using the forest, Heart of the Forest on this first attack. All my bonuses are on, kingdom bonuses on, and clan bonuses are on. So off we go. We'll speed up so this doesn't go too slow. And back to the chat. How are we doing? Is that this weekend? No way. No, I haven't been to an outdoor gig in donkeys. Mind you, a couple of friends of mine went to... What was it they went to? It was in... I think it was in Leash. What was that? That event that's on in Emo. In Emo, do you hear me? Yeah, it is. I think it's Emo Park, something like that, down near Port Leash. And they went to that. But no, Electric Picnic, I wouldn't be seen dead at it. Neve, did you see the weather outside? God almighty, we've had some rain today. Aaron, going to college football game and then going hunting the next day. Nice, my friend. That sounds like fun. That's one thing I have never done. Never picked up a gun in my life. MZ, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining in. Is best to only use 2 stacks of monsters versus 3 stacks of monsters. If you can carry 3 stacks and your leadership allows you to, certainly, and you can afford the dragon coins, I'm finding that you're getting a much better result out of 3 stacks of monsters. But a lot depends on your monster levels and on your research, your academy research on your monsters, and the monster boost obviously and research as well. If they're not maxed out, to be honest, you're probably not going to get the best out of them, and you're probably not worthwhile wasting dragon coins on using monsters like that. If you have them maxed out, then happy days. 3-day holiday weekend. Woohoo, nice one. So it's a bank holiday wherever you are, Aaron. That's good to know. Have a nice one. Sully, thank you for dropping in, my friend. I hope you're keeping well today. Still growing? Legru, hello, and thanks for joining the chat today. Okay, let's have a quick look and see what that attack gave us. So I got 351 billion. And 714, 3.41 in Olympian sigils. Okay, so what we'll do now is we're going to repeat that exact same attack, but this time I am going to switch artifacts. Okay, so I do have some gold and I do have some sacred potions, so I'm just going to revive all these very quickly using the sacred potions. And then we can go again using the next one. It just saves having to mess about doing everything backwards. So we go back into Herc. I am going to take the Forest Heart of the Forest off. And I'm going to equip him with the next one, which is the Forest Crown. So we're going to put it on him as opposed to Cleopatra. And we are ready to go with our second soiree. Exact same attack, no mercenaries. Obviously, I bring my dragon all the time. I'm not going to change any troops. He hasn't leveled up. Let me just check. He isn't going to level up in the middle of this. No, we're all good there. Going to use the same 2 stacks of monsters and the exact same troops as I did on the last one. Okay, as you can see, I can't select any more because the leadership is the same. That will change slightly on the next artifact I'm going to use. Well, no, the last one I'm going to use. So off we go onto this attack. Everything is as it was on the first one, and we will speed up and run it again. Hello, sir. My dragon is maxed out. Well, hello, my friend, and it's a coincidence you're here today because it was on the back of what you showed me. I'm pretty sure it was you anyway, that I'm going to do this test today using all these artifacts. Excellent, Sully. That's good to hear. G'day. I'm in time for the soiree. You sure are, Ozzy. Thanks for joining in. We have a good few here today. I hope you're all interested in this wonderful prize of 300 million. As I did say on the video, I presume you did see the video. I put a short video out earlier on. just letting players know that this was going to take place today and tomorrow. A short stream today of 2 hours, and tomorrow we're going to run a slightly longer one. Again, I'm going to start at 4 p.m. Irish time / UK time. That is 1600 hours GMT. And I'm going to run that for probably about 3 to 4 hours. That, I think, will be more of the birthday celebrations. And I might just have myself a glass of wine or a glass of beer or a bottle of beer or something tomorrow. But anyway, so I put that little video out earlier on to let everyone know what was going on. What I have asked, and I did say in the video that, look, if you are a huge player, I know you would not be interested in 300 million silver. And I'd be delighted for you to come out and say that straight off. I would like this to go to somebody who will benefit from that silver, whether it be for building troops or whatever they will do. If they save it until Ruthless Slaughter again, obviously it will be beneficial to them. So I know the big players aren't going to be going, yeah, I won, I want it. So I can probably safely say I can discount all of the big guys from the draw, put it that way. I know what you're like. I know you're all very honest and wonderful people, and you're quite happy to do as I do and help the lower level might players out. Legru, yes, I saw you there. Good day. Hi, tuned in late. It's okay, S, whoever you are. I've just arrived. When he started a couple of minutes early, don't worry. What are we doing here? Experimenting. We are experimenting, yes. I'll show you exactly what we're doing now. I'm just getting through the few things in the chat here. Neve scouted 22 billion today, died a lot. Ibrahim, you have 200 billion, lol. Thanks for what you do, Kerf. Ibrahim, thank you, my friend. Ozzy, it would be a massive for me. I'm 4.2 million might. Minnow, how does one enter the draw? Ozzy, it's simply what you've just done. You've joined the stream today and you're commenting on the stream, so your name will automatically go into the hat. I will just put some information up after the stream today, just confirming it, and I will post all of the members. So basically anybody who comments on the chat today on the live stream is excellent. You will be put into the draw, and regardless of whether you can make tomorrow's stream, obviously if you can, brilliant. I'll most likely do it tomorrow at the end of the stream, and we will get somebody picked. Thank you, Legru. You're very kind. That's exactly what the general thought I had. My seasonal kingdom got to 300 million might, but I am silver poor. Am I considered big? No. That's okay. Like 300 million silver to a 300 million might player. Yeah, look, you're good. You're good. I can't be guaranteed that I'm going to get that many small ones on here. I more meant players in the upwards of 600 or 700 million might mark. They really probably don't need silver because they're big enough to be able to fend for themselves, get it for themselves, and or are in clans that they're getting a lot of chests through epic attacks. Aaron Minis, I do not need silver. Thank you for saying that, Aaron. I will note that duly afterwards. Good day all, watching from the Bahamas. Hello, big deal, and welcome from the Bahamas. I hope your weather today has been nicer than it has been here in Ireland. We've had some very thundery storms. No lightning, no thunder or lightning, but by God, it came down fairly heavy. Ozzy, yeah, you are in it. Don't worry. If I win, I double it and go to the next one. Okay, so let's have a look. For those of you who have just arrived late, as I said already, we are going to try 4 different artifacts on my one of my captains today. I know this Bray Area squad is one that you can attack with 3 captains, but I'm just trying to keep my troop loss low while we do this particular test. So the first attack, I used the Heart of the Forest, okay? And I ended up with 351 billion might using just silver troops and some monsters. This, actually, what I didn't check. Okay, I got first strike, and this was what I wanted to see. So I'm going to be going on all of the artifacts where I do get first strike. So the second one I attacked, we've got 328, and I didn't get first strike. So I'm going to do a second attack now. This time, as you can see, I am using the Forest Crown. So I'm now going to try a second attack and see if I can get first hit, and we shall just compare them there to the Heart of the Forest. Don't mind me while I just revive some troops here. What else have you? Allow me to. Kerf will go poor. Yeah, I sure will. Beautiful sunny day here as usual. I know. It's not somewhere I've ever been. The Bahamas. I might one fine day. You just never know. Although I was talking to another friend of mine, and I very possibly will look at Italy next year. Sicily, to be precise. Sounds like a wonderful place during the summer. Hello, 35 million might, but I want some silver. Well, you're in the draw, Renault. I can use it. I had a nice jackpot today, 2 days ago, so no whining. However, Ragnarok will cost me 9 billion silver this weekend. Yeah, and the rest, huh? Going to make 2 new yellow gears. Yeah, I need to make some yellow gear myself. Okay, let's go and hit this for a second time and try and get our first, get the first hit. So we're going with same troops, same monsters, etc., etc., etc. Nothing has changed. All of the bonuses are still active, and I have changed nothing. And for now, I'll just sip on some water. What a pity drinking water on one's birthday. I could put a little whiskey in it, or vice versa. Okay. Let us see. Did we get first hit this time? Yes, we did. Okay, brilliant. Now, here's the difference. Okay. First hit, I used Heart of the Forest. 351 billion and 3.4. I won't always go with the Valor points because that can change slightly. 3.41 million sigils is what we're looking at. On my second win attack, I got 3.84. Okay. Oh, we're down to 3 stacks. I might have known this would happen. Okay, so I guess I could switch back. No, this isn't going to work, is it? Ha ha ha. Well, it is going to work, actually. I can go and attack one of the other ones. I really don't want to do that, but let's go. I'd rather get the benefit of that. So here's a totally healthy. What's the takeaway for tonight? I think it might be something along the lines of Indian. Haven't had an Indian in quite some time. One of these days, Neve, if you become a super fan, I will eat a spice bag live on the channel. Just for you, my dear. Okay, I'm going to start this again because, as usual, things don't quite go to plan. Let's just revive all of these. Yes, live spice bag tonight by special request. Okay, let's go again. I'll open a portal. No, what's my attack time? I have enough troops, so we're okay. I did train enough to do 10 attacks, and I'm reviving at the same time. So, let's go again, okay? We will start with the Heart of the Forest artifact. Unequip and equip the Heart of the Forest. In fact, no. Now let's go right back to basics and do something completely different. Let's start off... Let's start off with Ifrit Lord's Belt. Ifrit Lord's Belt gives army strength and army health boost. It also gives a bonus to it because I have it nearly fully starred. So we're going to start with that, and that will be an interesting one. Okay, armor is all the same, and I am going to attack 5 minutes. Yeah, that's okay. We'll do speed ups. So everything is as it was before. I'm only using 2 stacks of monsters, M8s, M9s, and I'm using 2 stacks of silver troops, no mercenaries, G8, G9, and S8, S9, and I've just thrown in a few G7s just to fill up my leadership. So let's go. All bonuses are on, etc., etc., etc. Aside from Kingdom Chat, are there other viable ways to recruit? Yeah, there are. If you go on to my Discord channel, Ozzy, I have set up a chat room called In-Game Player Recruitment. It's under the community section, so if you just go on to the Discord channel, you can see the Discord channel is linked in this live video. If you just scroll down a little bit, you'll be able to see it there under the video in the description. There is a link there for you to follow to be able to join the Discord. And if you go in there and just look at the community tab, at the bottom of the community tab, you'll see in-game player recruitment. I'm more than happy for players to go in there and state their case, say what they're looking for, say what level guardsmen, specialists, monsters, etc. they have. And I'm sure any of the players that are on there that are in clans or maybe superiors or leaders in clans in their respective kingdoms can obviously get in touch with those players and bring them over to them. That's no problem at all. Let me just do one little check here. Sorry, just have to send one quick message. Apologies for this. Okay. So yeah, that basically is what you can do. Pop into there. Nobody has posted in that particular chat yet, but don't be afraid to be the first one to do it. Yay! Thank you, Dave. I know Garrett tried to put something up earlier on. And for anyone who's just wondering what I'm talking about here, this is just on my Discord server. I have a lovely happy birthday cake. Close race. Yes, it is for sure. Sneaky P, thank you very much, my dear, if you are on the stream today. Again, I'm just talking about what's going on in the Discord channel. So yeah, that's where you can go, Ozzy, and you can do that. And now, of course, Discord is going to be popping all over the place. So don't mind me if I'm working in the background here. Pending and select. Okay. All right, back to the live stream. Where was I? Yes, let's have a look and see how we did. This is gonna have to be like for like. So we need to know that I struck first or the epic struck me first. So this is the first example. Okay, we're striking a 4-stack epic. It isn't going to reduce to 3 stacks because I'm not going to take enough damage on it. We've done very good. That's Warchild reached out to me. I will, if you're on the stream now, Warchild, that's great. I will get back to you. Thanks for reaching out. And let me just keep going on this. So that first attack, okay, we hit first, that's fine, and we want to do that with all artifacts. So we're looking at the VP and also the coins, or the sigils that you get in this particular instance. Sometimes your Valor points may vary, but your sigil amounts that you receive, or whatever coins you get in whichever epic you're attacking, may be different. There may be more or less. So we will go by the coins as opposed to the Valor points. So on this attack, hitting first using Ifrit Lord's Belt, I've got 333 billion Valor points, but more to the point, I've got 3.23 million sigils. So that's the first one. We're now going to switch up to one of the other artifacts. We will go to, what do we think? I won't bring you back. So let's switch up to a different one. Let's go to the Heart of the Forest. So the Heart of the Forest is going to give me an army strength, in this case of 260%, and it's going to give me a bonus of 100% plus the bonus down. I'm assuming they're bonuses. There must be, right? So yeah, 260%, that's how much I have it leveled up by. I can bring it up a little bit further, but not for now. We don't want to upset the apple cart. So let us equip the Heart of the Forest onto my captain, and let us attack again. Again, same troops, no mercenaries, 2 stacks of monsters, and we haven't leveled up. We're good to go. Off we go. And again, we need first hit, because first hit will tell us whether or not this artifact gives me a better hit ratio compared to the last one I used, which is Ifrit Lord's Belt. Hey, Yapodoo, what are we doing here? 3 clans from Guardsman 2 to G9. Okay, there you go. So Ozzy, have a chat with X7 there. Maybe that's a line you want to look down. Thomas, thank you, my friend. Thanks for joining the stream today. Zenny, hello there. Thank you for your birthday wishes. Bank Wi-Fi is horrible. Yeah, I'm surprised you can even log in, because I know some places, some companies are blocking they're blocking YouTube, I think, in general. And I know there was 2 or 3 people who said to me that they couldn't log into the Discord channel because because it was a site that wasn't familiar with their company laptops. So yes, I can only imagine that the Wi-Fi is bad in the bank. Or maybe you're just on your phone. Shh, nobody tell anybody that Zenny is not working. Your bank account is worse. Yeah, yours and mine. Yours and mine, both. Mine's not quite as bad as it used to be, but yeah. Okay, let's have a look and see how we did with this. Did I get first hit? No, I didn't. But you can see already that I did get more sigils than using Ifrit Lord's Belt. So let us just do a revive here, and I will go again and try and get first hit so we can show exact like for like. Attack. Same troops, everything's the same, nothing has changed, nothing any different. There's no trickery here. No smoke and mirrors. I may be changing my name in a couple of days. Actually, I had quite a funny conversation with a clan member of mine. By the way, at the end of this stream today, I will be moving kingdom. I know somebody said they would be interested in seeing that. They may not have done it before, but for anybody who hasn't done it and is here to see the stream, you see how straightforward it is. Once you have the gold, you can literally jump from one kingdom to another, as long as you're outside the 37-day debuff of moving kingdoms. And for those interested, I'm going back to K148. Okay, that's probably a first strike. There we go. Okay, so this time, as you can see, there is an improvement. So from using the previous one, we'll delete this one. And we'll leave this one. So this is the important one. So let's just delete those underneath. That's gone, and that's gone. Okay. So the first attack we did was with Ifrit Lord's Belt. As you can see how many stars there is on it. And I got 3.23 million sigils. Olympian sigils. On the second attack, where again I struck first, this time I got 3.38 million. So we know that the Heart of the Forest, in my case, is better than Ifrit Lord's Belt. Okay, now we're going to go on and we're going to try the next one after I revive troops slowly but steadily. You just reached G9 and S8. By the way, Gareth, thank you, my friend, for your birthday wishes, and apologies on the Discord channel. It just doesn't accept links, and the reason I've done it is pretty much obvious for everyone to know and see. It's so as nobody puts any links in there that may be inappropriate or not appropriate for other members' beliefs, religion, etc., etc., etc. So by not putting links in, it just keeps it safe for everybody. That's what we're all about. We live in a world that's not safe, but we try and make it safe where at all possible. Okay, so third hit, and this time again we are looking to strike first. We are now going to go with the Forest Crown. So I'm going to equip that. Again, I have the strength and health bonuses. The health doesn't come into play when it comes to attacking epics, because regardless of how healthy your troops are, they're going to die anyway in the return attack. So it really doesn't matter. I have an army health against other players. Again, that won't help me at all, but I do use this particular artifact when I'm attacking off kingdom. If I'm attacking another player for whatever reason, be it looking for silver or kingdom versus kingdom, etc., etc. So we have the artifact on him, and we go now do the exact same thing. All bonuses are still active. Nothing else has changed. 0 mercs, 2 stacks of monsters, and the same amount of silver troops. And off we go again. With a bit of luck, we'll get first hit, and that will save me having to do second, third, and subsequent hits. Okay, how are we doing? Okay, sorry about that. Couple of little things I had to say. Okay, how are we doing now? Let's have a look and see. Did we get first strike? Probably not. We did. Okay, now there's a fair difference again. So this is using the Forest Crown, and as you can see, it hasn't stacked up as well as, so we're at 3.23. Better write these down. That saves me then having to check every time. So we got 3.23 million sigils whilst using Ifrit, Lord's Belt. Then on the second attack we used the Heart of the Forest, and we got 3.38 million sigils using Heart. And lastly, we used the Forest Crown, and we got 3.29 sigils crown. Okay, so you can see there, there is quite a difference between the three. Obviously, the best one to use in this case is the Heart of the Forest. Now, you can see as well, I've only got 1 star on it currently, so I'm only leveled up to 1 star. On the Crown, was the Crown the second one? No, sorry, the Crown was the last one. On the Crown, I am only, I'm a star +2. So it looks like it should be better, but the reality is that the Heart, given its current level, is giving me a better result as regards sigils. The last one I'm going to use, and some of you may not have this, and many of you may wonder why you would use this. And I did too, until my eyes were opened by a fellow friend and Total Battle player, Valk. If you're watching the channel or you watch the video afterwards, shout out to you, because I would never have used this artifact to attack epics, but I have seen a massive benefit from it. So the last one we're going to use, as you can see, we're still on a 4-stack monster here. Nothing has changed. I'm not doing anything any different. My captain has not leveled up, but we're now going to switch to use, at the top of the list, ish, somewhere. Where are you? There you are. We are now going to use, actually I want to just remove that first, sorry, unequip. So we're now going to use Zeus Lightning artifact. And what this artifact does is twofold, threefold. Twofold really. So, no, look, it does a lot, okay? It increases your dominance, it increases your leadership, and it increases your authority. it also gives you a chance to deal double damage. In the double damage attacks that I have run, in fact, we'll just run this and we'll see how it goes. As you can see, I've brought it up to 3-star, and I will continue to level it up where at all possible because I'm seeing some amazing results with it. So let us just add that as the artifact. Put it onto Hercules, and what I'm going to do now is, if you have a look here, you can see that the extra authority, dominance and leadership means that I can carry, leadership means I can carry more troops. Authority means that I can take more mercenaries. In this case, I'm not taking any, so it doesn't matter. And dominance means I could take more monsters. Okay, I'm not going to take any more. It doesn't matter in this case. But what I'm interested to see is how similar is it if I leave the leadership as it was for the other 3 artifacts I've tried, what results I get from it. So I'm not going to boost my leadership, even though I could by using this artifact. We're going to leave it the exact same as the other ones, but this time I am going to be getting some double hits. So it will be very interesting to see how it pans out. Again, no mercenaries, same amount of monsters, and the same amount of silver troops. I can increase them, but I'm not going to. Just so as we get a level playing field across all. And off we go. More questions. I love Olympus. It's really beneficial. It is for sure, Gary. Yeah, it's a good event. It's a good event and enjoyable. And if you're in a clan that has a chance of finishing, we're nowhere at the minute, but there's a lot of players in my clan who really aren't up to trying. We're going to get second, but we're a long way off WFT. They're nearly 2 million points ahead of us, and TGI are about 500,000 behind us. But yeah, it's definitely a worthwhile event. Contact me in KR100 a bit right down corner next week and Move Kingdoms also. Okay, MZ. Kerf, I'm interested on scouting and hunting for silver nearby kingdoms. Have you ever made a video on this? If not, it would be very useful. I will take note of that. I have honestly kind of lost the interest for doing videos because there is so much editing to do afterwards, and I just have not had the time. Yeah, so do I, Sully, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, I just haven't had the time to do other videos. I've had a lot going on. I'm doing well to get on and do some live streams. But yeah, look, I'll take a note of that. Did I ever do one on scouting? I think I mentioned it in one of my videos at some stage, but I can't remember, to be honest. Attacking is fairly straightforward. You just need to have air in the water walker, and then you can obviously travel across to different kingdoms and attack. But yes, scouting is something that the bigger players will always do. Scouting is something that all G9 generally players, G9, all T9, and by T9 I mean tier 9, which means they have all of the 9s, monsters, guardsmen, specialists, and probably siege engines. So tier 9 players will 99 times out of 100 scout cities before they attack. So they'll know if it's worthwhile wasting the time that it takes to go to a city, because scouting is so much faster than sending a general attack, because the scouts are your fastest troop in the game. So much so that if ever I attacked or scouted a smallish player or a smallish city, not necessarily player, there might have been a bank or something like that, and there may be some silver there but not a massive amount, I would actually send scouts, my S9 scouts, and they will do the attack and just send them in tandem with some G1 guardsmen, and you can carry lots of silver that way. Aaron, Kerf, do you work? If so, what do you do? As little as possible is the honest answer to that one, Aaron, and you're not getting any more than that out of me. Thanks, Garrett. I knew you would. I wish they hit Olympus Via. So do I. Anu, hello, my friend. Welcome back. I am doing very good, and regards to you, my friend. Thanks for joining the stream today. Okay, so let's have a look and see how we did. First off, I need to know if it got... Yes. Okay, now here we go. So this is an artifact that gives you no strength boost, gives you no health boost, but it does give you a boost as regards the amount of troops that you can carry into attack, and it gives you a boost as regards double hits. So it has given me, to go back to previous ones, so from Ifrit Lord's Belt I got 3.23 million sigils. From the Forest Heart I got 3.38 sigils. From the Forest Crown I got 3.29 sigils. And from this lowly artifact that gives 0 strength boosts, I got 3.25. Okay, you may say, well, that's only a little bit better than Ifrit Lord's Belt, and it's less than the Heart and the Crown. It is. But what's important is both the Heart and the Crown are only something that you can get from Seasonal Kingdom. The that drilling is going through my head. The Zeus Lightning artifact you can get from competing in the Olympus event, Torch of the Olympus. Everybody can enter into that and can compete in that event once you are part of a clan. I think it's with 30 plus members. So what I would strongly suggest is you maybe even forget about Seasonal Kingdom. The only other reason to do Seasonal Kingdom after that would be to pair all of these artifacts up. So with Zeus Lightning and the Heart of the Forest and the Forest Crown, I can have a really good, strong and larger army thanks to Zeus Lightning artifact to do a lot more damage. And just to show you what I mean, let's go and have a look at this, okay? So if I go in here, I'm going to count the double attacks I've had, and that will give us an idea of how good this is, okay? So there's one straight off the bat. First hit was a double hit. There's the second one. There's two. We've only gone 7 rows. And what I seem to find is it's monsters generally that get the double hit. 3. 4. These are double hits I'm counting. 5. 'Okay, so I got 5 double hits in that attack. That's not many, you may say, but it still managed to get me much further up the ladder than if I had used my Ifrit Lord's Belt. And put into that another fact. So if you had merc packs, let's say you have 12 mercenaries, okay? If you put those 12 mercenaries in, there's a very good chance that somewhere in those attacks, and this is important as well, if you have your mercenaries staggered in your stacks, that they're the last ones to attack. It means they have so many more chances to attack twice during all of the hits. So there is a massive benefit to using that artifact. Not only the fact that I could take more troops into the battle, which means that in reality it will exceed, I've no doubt it will exceed the 3.38 million that I got from the Heart. But let's not just second guess that. Let's go and check that to be sure. So this time now I'm going to make the adjustment. I'm going to be able to bring more monsters with me because I have a boost to my dominance. So let's bring another 100. 100. Let's see if we can max this out. Okay, so basically I can take another full stack of monsters to this. Before I was able to take 2 and about 60, I think, of that on previous artifacts that I was using. But this is the thing now. I can now boost my army because I'm up to 211 leadership. So let's see where that brings me to. I think it's at 440, is it? 211, that's even more. 450. 450. 211. 455. Too many. 452. Okay. So instead of 415, this is just one troop I'm talking about here. Instead of 415 Koraks, I can take 452. So I'm just going to add up all of the troops here and put in what I can take. And then I will be right back with you. And while I'm doing that, let me just find my stream because I disappeared it because I pressed the wrong button. I need another monitor. Ay, ay, ay. There we go. Okay. So 1 second while I go through 1 second while I go through these calculations. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here. It's just easier to do it this way while I'm not looking at myself on the screen. Okay, 452, and we are at 445. You can't see what I'm doing. Oh, you can actually, obviously, because it's on the screen. That's good. I'm just using the calculator in the background here. That wonderful calculator that, again, I give shout out to my best friend Jedi Tuco for the use of. My friend, I will see you very soon as I move back to K148 and we shall fight again. 821 and mounted. Yeah, 4171, sorry. G8. I'll get back to no, that's not right. Get rid of that. I'm setting everything here. Yeah, I'll get back to chat, guys. Don't worry in a second. I just want to do this and get it tested so as we can be sure without a shadow of a doubt that the Zeus Lightning artifact is in fact better than all of the others under its current status. 069. Oh my god, it would help to be an octopus. 9103. Sorry, I know this is very laborious to watch, but it has to be done. 9585 9627 and ranged is 9061 and melee is 16483. Ranged is 16441. 18117 and 18159, nearly there, and then we will throw in a little more, so we get another few there. Okay, let me just get the windows back here before I select go, and we can see where we are. Where's the chat disappeared to? There we go. Okay, lots to catch up on. Okay, so I've selected all the troops now, as you can see. And these are the troops that I can now take, given the fact that I have improved. In fact, yeah, no, I will do one thing. I will take out those extra 100 monsters, because not everybody may have dragon coins. So I'm going to go with the same numbers of monsters that I had on the previous one. Let me just put my webcam back on here, sorry. Yes, I'm going to go with the same monsters, monster numbers that I had on the previous runs using the other artifacts. I could take an extra 100 of each of these, but I'm not going to. But I am going with the extra silver troops. Okay, so I was able to boost those courtesy of Zeus Lightning artifact because it gives me a leadership boost. So that's my silver troops. All right. The double damage, that's the important thing, and that is the thing that I'm going to constantly try and boost at every given opportunity. I don't care for the authority, to be quite honest with you. The dominance is for monsters and the authorities for mercenaries. Look, the bigger players probably would go to those lengths, but I'm happy to just try it and see how this works. So let's run that attack. As again, no mercenaries I'm taking. I've just increased my silver troops only in line with the extra leadership that I have. So we're up to 211k now from 194. Let's see now what we get from this attack. Back to the chat. Anu, yes. Robert, thank you, my friend. I don't look older than 40. Enjoy my day. Yes, thank you. That's from bathing in ass's milk. Or is it goat's milk? No, what's the milk that Cleopatra used to bathe in? No, it wasn't. It definitely was one of them. Anyway, let's not get not get down on things that you bathe in. Why don't you also adjust the leadership along with Zeus's Lightning so you show the real benefit? That's exactly what I'm doing. Also, looking forward to the captain video. Yes, captain video will be coming soon. Like, which captain do you use? And why do you make them that big? Perhaps you can go over that in the stream, please. It may be a little bit too much to go into in this stream, given the fact that I'm only on for another hour and 10 minutes today. I may get a chance tomorrow, possibly. So if you're about tomorrow, drop in and I may have a chat about captains when things have settled down. When does next seasonal kingdom start? Not until, wow, I don't know actually. I saw a message somewhere that was like 2,600 days or something like that. I can't remember. SK in November. Okay, there you go. November in 3 months. Yeah, I suppose that'd be right too. No, that's not right. Anyway, Emmanuel, thank you, my friend, for the birthday wishes. Yeah, okay, let us have a look. As S has just pointed out, this now is my attack using the extra leadership on silver troops only. I didn't take any extra monsters and I didn't take any mercenaries. My best hit, did I hit first? I did. My best hit to date using the other artifacts was using the Heart of the Forest, and that banked me 3.38 million sigils. We are now up to 3.49 sigils. So we have exceeded the strength boost from any of the other artifacts that give strength boosts, which you would expect to be far better. But this, without a shadow of a doubt, proves the beneficial uses for Zeus Lightning artifact. Let's go and count and see how many double hits we had this time. It was 5 in the last attack. So did we beat that, or is it the same this time? There we are with the Christmas songs again, huh? It's not even Christmas. Okay, I haven't had any yet, which is interesting. Usually I have a few. Okay, there's the first one. There's one. Only one so far. 2. Didn't really matter though, because it was a small amount of troops. But it is still a double hit. Three. Coincidentally, it's the same one. So I only had 3 double hits that time. And even with that 3 double hits, I still managed to exceed the best, what I would have considered to be the best artifact to give me a strength boost against this particular epic. So that, for me, really tells a story that in reality, you spend so much time upgrading something that's going to give your army strength a boost, which you are all aware of. It's all about strength when you're attacking epics. Health doesn't matter at all because you're going to die one way or the other. It's all about the power that you pack in a hit. Okay, and you would have thought, right, that strength was more important. Yet I proved on 2 hits. The first one, which I just used the standard amount of troops that I used on the previous ones, and I still managed to exceed Ifrit Lord's belt down to the 5 double hits that I got. And obviously, if I had have got 5 double hits on this attack, we would have been into the 3.5 plus million sigils. So for sure, Ifrit, for sure, Zeus Lightning artifact is without a doubt something worthwhile your time putting into. And obviously the random bonuses, if you can get your chance for double damage at any stage, take it over authority and even take it over dominance. Leadership, if you got a bonus for leadership, you get the leadership anyway. And like I say, when this star is up, I'll be able to increase it again, and the dominance leadership will automatically go up anyway. So I would be all about the double damage possibilities with this as it levels up. So for sure, sorry, it's double. Well, yeah, no, that's right. So it is double damage. Obviously the chance. No, yeah, it is. It's double damage. So it's not the chance to try to strike 2 squads, but the reality is that you are striking 2 squads because double damage is double damage. I think they're just wording it that way. To be honest, Gara, that's my my look on it. Groundbreaking indeed. Yeah, that has been a very interesting test. I knew it already because I had done some attacks using it on the run up to this, but I just thought I'd show you guys out there in the World Wide Web what my findings were about using those particular artifacts. I may just go back now and see if the first Briareus that I was attacking has died. Oh no, I deleted them, didn't I? Okay, I think it was 512. Let me just go back and see if it is still alive. It might be worth my while giving it a quick shot. 8.2. What do we say I could take on this? This 254 million. No, it'll be a while yet. I'll keep a very close eye on it. I see my clan has a portal open, so I can maybe get a hit or 2 in. And I can switch back to using my 3 captains. And now that you know the best ones to use, Ifrit Lord's belt is the weakest of the 3. The crown, the heart, and for sure the Zeus Lightning. So let's put the crown on her and let us put the heart on Logos. And the reason I'm using him, in case you wondered, is I like to give my specialists that extra little bit of a boost, so there is no way that my guardsmen can be the first one to hit, even though I go 100% on what the calculator that I use tells me. I just like to put them in there because obviously specialists do get hits in the multiple attacks that happen, so it is worthwhile them getting an extra little boost to their attacks. So yes, Garrett, as you can see, it is double damage per se. It's not double damage. No, it's not double damage. It's a double hit. It says double damage, but clearly, if I go to the other one, which did have a double hit in the first one, you can see there, it's additional damage. Well, actually, that's a good question. But I have got 5 double hits. It is definitely double damage, not double hits. So, yes, maybe it's just coincidence that I have 5 double hits in this attack. But it does clearly state, as you so rightly point out, is attacking squad dealt damage to the monster squad, including additional damage granted by the squad's features. No, I think that's just the squad's features. So the squad's features are, in this case, they have strength against beasts and strength against mounted units. So no, I firmly believe they have mistyped that. It is not double damage. For me, it's a double hit. So it's a double attack. Because it doesn't say double damage. It says additional damage granted by the squad's features. And basically this is a ranged unit. And it's an epic monster. So ranged units, no, so that's mounted. Well, yeah. No, it's a mounted unit, sorry. So it's a mounted unit that gets benefits against range. So no, that's literally only from the bonus that my squad gets against mounted units, okay? So its attack under normal circumstances would have been X million. But because of the bonus for mounted units, it gets an additional damage granted, okay? So no, for me, it's not double damage, it's double hits. That's the way I see it anyway. Somebody correct me if they think I'm wrong. But remember, it's my birthday, so do it very gently. Is it double damage or a chance to try to strike 2 squads? I think the double hits come from the gear, not the artifact. Do you think? Chance to deal double damage. Yeah, you're right. Okay, well then, can we look and see? So, will it say double damage? It does. There you go. There. Okay. So, there's double damage plus a double hit. So, that squad there, like that was quite a hit there. That 100 monsters, 100 devastators did a hell of a lot of damage to that squad there. So yes, it is in fact the double hits are the stat from other power-ups. The double damage has the 2 swords icon. Yes, very good. Thank you for pointing that out to me. Okay, so that is interesting. However, all that aside, we do know that the double damage, so let's just see then. That means I must have got some double damage on the last attack for it to be that high. Let's just count the double damages. So see if we can find. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And that's it. So I got 17 double damage hits there. I shouldn't have deleted those old ones because that would have been interesting. Let me just have a look. So this was the first attack that I did using Ifrit Lord's Belt. Now, there is still a chance of double damage if I'm not mistaken by using that, right? So yes, there is still a chance of double damage there. Nothing to do with the artifact. What did I say? I got 17, wasn't it? So let's just see if we've any in here on double damage. There's 1. Far less already, and I'm a third of the way down the page. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13. So with the Ifrit Lord's Belt, I had 13. So yes, 17 is an increase on it, obviously, but the proof is in the pudding, as I say. It's down to the sigils. So the attacks, both the double damage ones, the double damage that I get from gear, double hits, as you said, that I get from gear, that all has given me a good bonus to run off. So still, for me, it is a better artifact than the other ones. If it was a chance to attack 2 squads, then there could be a chance that you could kill one and hit another if you're strong enough. Yeah, absolutely. But with double damage, that would only be 1 squad overkilled. Yeah, fair point. Is it worth it to increase specialist health and guardsman strength if you research and talent points so the specialists die first? Uh, no, because if I'm right, the epic attacks basically work on your strongest squad. I used to think that it worked on your healthiest squad. So if you had, let's say, your specialist 7 were healthier than your guardsman 7, that it would hit your specialists first by order of their health. But I believe it is actually the stronger squad it will always hit first. The same way with attacks, you will always hit their stronger squad first. I'm 99% sure that's the way the epic attacks work. So is it worth to increase specialist health and guardsman strength and research? No, it's not going to make any difference, because by that analogy, it's going to be attacking your strongest squad. But Aaron, are you not using the calculator, my friend? I know it's hard to get it down, and there is a little bit of changing to be done, but if you use any of the calculators out there online, they all need adjustments from time to time. If your army improves in strength, if you get new troops, if your hero / captains level up, they all need to have something done at some point in the attacks. Guys, give me 1 second here. I just have to check on a message, please. I will be but a mere minute or two. Sorry about that. Yes, so for me, no, you should pretty much try and increase your strength on both specialists and guardsmen, but just do use the calculators. Whether you're using my one or you're using one of the free ones online, that's totally up to you, but they are important and they're imperative to use, because they will let you, if you're using a good one, they will let your troops attack in the order in which you can have some be used as meat shields. Mostly it's about stacks. The more stacks you have, the more hits you get. The more hits you get, generally, the higher the VP and XP coins, etc. that you're going to get from the epics. So, where were we? The double hits is another stat from other power-ups. The double damage has the 2 swords icon. Yeah, that's perfect, Legru. I have worked that out. Not worked it out, but I have understood that now. Not something I looked at before, I must admit. I am, and I love the calculator, but I'm thinking I might need to redo my talent points. Yeah, your talent points are important, just to lightly touch on them, okay? Obviously, this is my main account that I'm using, but you can see there the way I have them kind of laid out. It's not an exact science, but I would err on the side of your expert battle tactics moreover. And the reason I say that is you have your strength boosts in there. If you can keep these strength of your melee, ranged, mounted, and flying units all the way across in these, as opposed to your health, you will only fill these in as you get them all at the end. But you keep working on your strengths. That obviously will give you a big boost as you continue in the game. So work on those first, and that's again in expert battle tactics. In the normal battle tactics, I don't think there's strength in here. Sorry, there is. There's guardsman strength, but this is specific to just the whole squads. So all your guardsmen are going to have a boost in strength as you bring them up from 0.5% to 20% and further as you go across the tree. Okay, so you work on your strengths across the board, both your specialists' strength and your guardsmen's strength, and then switch into your expert battle tactics and do your ranged, melee, mounted and flying units. And you should see a big boost there. After that, then you can put a little bit into economy, depending on whether you need to maybe improve silver production. But to be honest with you, silver is something that you shouldn't be doing in a fighting city. You should be getting your silver from elsewhere, using a silver alt, a silver bank, etc., etc. Tile bonus is important, and if you're sitting on a food tile, obviously that's going to boost your food by 50% and more as you work your way across the list. I mean, you can see here I haven't even filled in research speed, but there's no point because I'm at full research now, so that's something that's never going to get filled in. I went down, the archaeology is very important, but what I would say in the archaeology is forget about the bonus experience, right? You don't need that. That basically just means the bonus XP that Captain Carter will get each time he goes to a crypt. If you want to level up Captain Carter, just smack him up against some of the epics in the game and he will level up and get XP that way. The important things in here again are your exploration efficiency, your crypt exploration efficiency, your chance to explore a crypt twice, and all of those. Forget about tower capacity, don't put any points in there. Forget about production speed. If you're in a healthy working clan, you will not need these things. You can see I still haven't got them filled in. They're pointless. There's no need for them. I get enough tar from the clan on the chests that I get in the clan to be able to sustain my tar for years, put it that way. So these aren't important, okay? Tar production, forget about it. March range, again, not so important because you probably find as you level up Carter, and if you're in a clan that puts portals out around the kingdom, you're not going to need that really. You're just not. It's all about your exploration cost and efficiency in your rare, commons, and epics. All right, hope that helps a little bit. What else? Thirsty work this. How are we doing? It's about 50 minutes until the end of this stream, guys. I thought it was the fairest thing to do, by the way, to do one today and one tomorrow. I managed to get away with being let do one today because it's my birthday. And tomorrow, well, it's my birthday weekend, so I'm going to be let away with it tomorrow as well. But tomorrow we'll do a longer one. Tomorrow we'll definitely do 3 hours anyway. If it's interesting, if it's boring and there's nothing happening, then we can shut it down sooner than that. What else? Do you max the goals in all Olympus? No, I do not. G9, yeah, okay. So, Gara, this is where I stand. Actually, where are we now? Clan members, I'm still top of the pile, but that's not surprising really because I'm more than double the biggest player here. Rewards, no. Main, okay. So you can see here, personal goals. No, the personal goals are off the wall hard to get. So, for example, I mean, I could get them in Trials of Borealis. I'm probably wasting my time sitting here and not doing any attacks because I could increase those goals and gain a few more. I'll just grab the ones that I just did because obviously it does give these right to the end, the scrolls, and they will be handy for the next one. So I'll do a few more. But the only one I maxed out or nearly maxed out was the Lava Fountain Trial. And the reason I did that was I did a fair few attacks on other clans' lava fountains, stole a little bit of lava oil, and it was beneficial to me. I nearly maxed out my goals for the Trial of Tartaros. So yeah, they were basically the ones, and they're the ones that I put the most points into. If you have a look, no, talents. So basically I set it heavily for stage 4. I put 75% of my bonuses in there because I knew I was going to have a lot of tar, and that's the way I worked it. Other than that, I kind of split it between the Chimera and the Basilisk. And Basilisk, obviously, because I was using my hero, and it's always nice to try and level up the hero a level or 2. So that's the way I split the points. Other people may say they do them differently. Some people will save more until the last day, but that's the way I did them. Obviously I lost out on one of my talent points because it wasn't split up evenly, but that's the way it went. So no, I didn't bother by reaching the goals on any of them, and it is quite a mountain to climb. If you don't have any mercenaries, you will seriously struggle. So basically there's nothing here more beneficial to take. I may take these actually before I finish. There's 50 available, 500. Yeah, I might take them. That'll be 5,000. I don't know, to be honest. I think I'd be happier to save these points that I have until the next event, albeit 3 weeks away or thereabouts, to be able to get more of these Zeus Lightning fragments, because I'm seeing a massive benefit by using that. Dragon coins, I'll always buy them from the store because dragon coins are just a must in this game, and given the fact you get 2.4 million to get 8 of them for G9 tier 9 level, and obviously the dragon orbs I'll take as well. The other ones, I won't bother really. I think I still have I probably still have about 80 of those portals. I rarely use them. We normally in clans would pick somebody that's going to be the portal bearer. We will reinforce them and we will run through their portal rather than just half-heartedly opening portals all over other kingdoms when they could get attacked. Is it... Where are we now? I thought the epic attacked your troop with the most health first. That's what I thought too, but I'm 99% sure it's not. It's they attack the strongest troop. But I could be wrong, because I do get mixed up sometimes. When you get to 58, stuff goes in one ear and just gets squeezed out of the other one. It's Stupid Friday. There we go. My dragon is maxed since 3 days ago. Well, bully for you. My dragon's a long way off being maxed. Where am I going now? I need 88,000 orbs to be able to get him up to the next level. But I do have 83 trillion stakes for him. Wagyu stakes. Yes, he will be very pleased. Strength against players. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not rushing it. It'll happen when it happens. I'm at that stage in my life where you just have to kind of wait, and things happen very slowly sometimes. Take it at that what you will. Emmanuel, I maxed out all and currently 68 of 80 today. Good job. Yeah, you're doing better than me, but like I say, wait till you hit G9 and then let me know how many you're doing. So you got 68 out of 80. Oh, you did. Are you talking about just on this last one? Yeah, that's good. Hello, E. We will call you because I will not be able to pronounce your name, my friend. Can you help me with some silver? I'm 181. Well, I'll put you into the draw. As I said to everybody, anybody who gets involved in the chat today, and we have a live stream again tomorrow at the same time, 4 p.m. GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, and we'll be running that for probably about 3 hours if there's enough of us on. And at the end of that, I will have all of the names to put into the hat and do the draw for. Yeah, we look at. I might talk about captains tomorrow. I don't know who it was that asked me about captains again. Let me scroll back up the feed there. I need to come back out of that. Let me just see if I can find where captains were mentioned. Yes, S. Which captain do I use, and which do you make, and why do you make them that big? Perhaps you can go over there in the stream, please. I mean, look, just to touch on captains very quickly. There are captains in the game that you will use more so than other ones. You can see here the captains I have and the ones that I'm using. In the case of T9 players, you will always want to work on the strong captains, i.e. your fighting captains. For example, Cleopatra, albeit she is a legendary captain, as opposed to the likes of A-Day, for example. Okay, if you can get Cleopatra, then definitely use her. If you can't, then I would definitely work on Captain A-Day, and I would definitely work on Captain Logos, because Captain A-Day gives you a strength boost to all your guardsmen, and Captain Logos gives you a strength boost and health to all your specialists. After that, it really depends on your style of play, but there are some captains that are just important to have. Captain Carter, as I've constantly said from video to video and stream to stream, he is a really important captain, and without him being a high level and having some good gear with some good gems and some good enchantments and even a good artifact in the Torch of Olympus, then you are really undermining your position and your possibility to grow well and quickly in the game. So Carter is really, really important. Captain Straw is also important if you are at a stage where you're attacking other players and you're trying to steal their silver. If you find a player has a lot of silver and you bring Straw with you in the attack, it means he will help your army's carrying capacity when bringing the silver back, which means if there's hundreds of millions there, you'll take more in one go and you won't need so many trips to maybe go back and get it the second time. Captain Helen, obviously, again, being a legendary captain, she also is important because of the food production speed and the troop training speed. Not maybe so important earlier on in the game, but the sooner you could get her, the better. After that, look, you can see the ones that I have used less and less. When I started out the game, and in the early days, I didn't use Captain Farhad that much. He obviously gives a boost to your research speed, so that is something that is beneficial to have. But up to a point of maybe 100 to 150 should be enough to level him. Captain Aurora, again, she gives a construction speed boost. I wouldn't bother going over 100 with her, and you can get these captains to 100 and 150 quite quickly if you use them in attacks against epic squads. Captain Bran, waste of time. You do not need him. He is surplus to requirements. Forget about using him for siege engines. He's not necessary. You want to keep your siege engines low health and low strength and just take multiple stacks of them. The melee captain, again, epic captain, he's not great. I didn't bother with him, to be quite honest. Lucius, didn't bother with him. As your ranged troops are good, strong units. It's no harm to use Bernard early on in the game until you get Minamoto. Once you have Minamoto, you will want to boost him. Any of the epic captains in the game, you can take them or leave them. One to maybe that you would want to spend some time on is Captain Tangle, and the reason for that is he gives a march speed boost and a march range boost, and he would be useful to use when you're going to mercenaries, for example, mercenary exchanges, or you could just use him in an attack against a citadel, or you can early on, if you don't have Captain Carter, you could use him for crypting, but he's not a crypting captain, so you're better off staying away from that. Captain Ramses, again, a legendary captain. He gives a boost in health to your army if you don't go down the line of taking Captain Beowulf or Skadi, whatever you want to call her. And after that, really, it's just a selection of captains. You can see from the ones that I use more, they're mid 200s to 300 upwards. And that's just a quick, very, very quick insight into the captains that I use in the game and what levels I have them on. Why is your Brunhild that? Because at the start I used Brunhild before I got the legendary captain. So Brunhild is the epic captain that you get at the start of the game, and it takes a while obviously before you can get Ruse Etienne because she's a legendary captain, okay? So that's why I started with Captain Brunhild. However, I would generally, my attacking lineup to go after citadels, I don't go in, I know you can, and Wolf's Citadels, as I've said before, is a wonderful chat where the guys will help you there. But when I'm attacking level 30 and level 25 citadels, 9 times out of 10 I will select Captain Brunhild, Captain Wu Zetienne and Captain A-Day, because they will all give my Corax to a boost to strength and health as their flying units, and I will just go and attack citadels using those only. And that is why I have Brunhild at such a large size. Let me go back and check this epic again. 512. I just want to see if there's any point in me hitting it a couple more times. Okay, she's coming down slowly but steadily. Let me just switch back to, I have them up actually ready now to go, so I might just run an attack or two against my area squad before the end of the stream today. Let me just check on Discord. Would I raise Logos? 100%, yes. I would use Captain Logos. So to go back to my my days, if I am using Aaron and I am hunting for silver and I am scouting, I will use Aaron and I will use Captain Logos and I will use Captain Proscope, and I will also use this rare Captain Ji Guaying. And Ji Guaying, as you can see, gives Scout's strength boost of whatever level she is times 2. In her case, she's 233. So she'll give a Scout strength of plus 466%, which is a nice boost. So my scouting setup is her with Proscope and with Logos and with Aaron. Sometimes if it's only a low level player I'm scouting, I'll only bring them if I'm going against maybe a billion plus might player, because obviously you need as much strength as you can, and obviously the armor I will use on him will depend on the size of the player I'm going against. I have a setup of gear for scouting specifically. As you can see, I have scouts, strengthier scouts, healthier scouts, and scout enchantments as well. So I have a couple of setups set and ready to go that are going to boost my specialists, okay? And then I have just my specialist armor that isn't just scout related. It's more than when I'm going to attack them, I may still bring Logos and bring my specialist army with me, attacking army. So that is why, and that, yes, and so yeah, to answer your question, it's, for me, it's Logos first. He's important and very important to use as you get on in the game, and you will use him when you may use him in CP runs, you may not, but yeah, if you're attacking other players, Logos first, Proscope later. Anybody else who's on the stream today, do not be afraid to say hello. Leave a message in the chat, because if you're not in, you can't win. And as I said in the chat today, we are giving away I am giving away 300 million silver for my birthday. That's right, you heard correct. I am not asking for anything, I am giving. I've watched a couple of streams the last few days of other YouTubers, and I am not about to slate anybody, but there is a lot of we'll say misguided suggestions. The way people are selecting armies to attack squads, they really need to look into that a little bit better, because when you're trying to make points and do the best in events and against epics right across the board, any epic you're attacking, you should treat it as if it is one of the Tin Men, Bob, one of the Rise of Ancients monsters. You want to be able to get your best attack in there, and by doing that you need to select your troops and stack them correctly so as they die in the right order. Just selecting thousands of certain troops without looking at the bonuses, the benefits that they give, is kind of pointless. I know people are trying to make videos and make them interesting, but try and make them factual as well, which is what I'll always do. And if you have a look at the hits that I've done today and you scroll down the list, you will see that my monsters, which shouldn't die first, in some cases have died first, and that's because the bonuses that the monsters are getting is putting them higher on the list. I will tweak that a little bit. Ideally, the monsters should in fact be hitting last. They should be the last things to attack, and I would always set it up that way. But if I was just going with silver troops and we scroll down past the monsters, once all the monsters have died, you're then into them dying in the order you want them, i.e. your specialists dying before your guardsmen, because your guardsmen are going to do more damage. Again, specialists are dying first before your guardsmen. Your guardsmen want to get repeated hits because they're going to do more damage. So yeah, look, everybody can do it the way they want, but if you're going to be teaching players and helping people out to understand the game and the correct order to hit, it's very important to set it out right from the beginning. What is the best order for troop stacking as a G8 player? So you have G8s. Do you have specialists? And what's your highest specialist? And then I'll be able to give you an answer to that one. And brother, I will not put my coordinates up currently because I won't be where I am now in the next 30 minutes. I will have moved. No, I'm afraid I can't. Like I say, there is a competition on today, and because you have messaged us on the chat and joined the live stream, your name is in the draw. But I won't be just sending silver anywhere. Thank you very much. Yeah, so you have S6. Okay, so I think you're not dissimilar to what it would have been when I left Seasonal Kingdom. And the stacking I was doing there was G8, G7 and S6. Also I had M8 and M7. So I had 2 monster stacks, 2 guardsmen stacks and 1 specialist stack. You could go and use G8, G7, S6 and S5, but I'm just not sure that your leadership would carry it. You'd be able to carry the amount of troops that you'll need, but if you water down your leadership with weaker troops, you just don't quite get the same bang for your buck, put it that way. So I would suggest you go with G8, G7 and S6, and then monsters, obviously I don't know what you have. If you have M7, use M7, M6. Always have at least 2 if you have the dragon coins to be able to use it. But even if you used a small amount of monsters, even if you went with, you know, maybe 10 monsters of your highest monster and 20 of your next level, those hits will still be beneficial and will still get you extra points. Mercenaries, I don't know if you use them, but obviously yes, they are beneficial to use and will give you multiple attacks. So, anybody else like to jump in and have a chat here? Ask me any questions. Thanks, Nave. Good to know. I was wondering why she hadn't turned up today. She may be busy. I'll hit her up later on. Okay, so are we doing a little bit of damage to this Briareus squad? Ah, okay, I got it. That makes sense. I knew she wouldn't miss a stream. What about stacking for G9, S8, M8? Yes, so the same way, Gara, for me, you want your G9, your G8, S8, S7. I would definitely go with 2 levels of specialists as you have. You're up to S8s, and M8, M7, maybe M6, but again, it depends on how many DCs you have. If dragon coins aren't a problem and you have a regular supply of them, for whatever reason or how you can come across them, then I would go with 3 levels of monsters. But just be very careful that you stack them in such a way that they are going to get repeated hits and be the last ones to die, bar any small numbers of mercs that you may use as well. What are we at now? Time-wise, an hour and a half. I can't remember what I did on this. Did I save my old one? No, probably going to have to do an attack now and see what I can get out of this. Are we down to... Oh, we're on a 3 stack as well. Okay, so let's do a couple of attacks on these. I'm going to have to reset all my troops. But I'll just take a splattering. In fact, I'll just take all I have. It's not like I'm going to be able to use them. Well, actually, I'll need them tomorrow, won't I? Oh, go on. No, let's go with 1,000. I'll have no mercenaries for Bob. But it's okay. Now, how are we on? Actually, did I leave my... Yes, I did. So we're going to go with the same artifact. I will change one thing, though. And that is... which one, actually? They were the 2 Fenrir ones. And that was army strength. Let us just change that out for my axe. And put it in instead. Because it gives an extra boost because it's up to 210% as it's gold like. And then we have to redo them all again. What are we up to? Yeah, so I can't. So let me just have a look and see. I'm going to have to go and calculate again. So let me just adjust these because we don't want monsters to die this time. So let's just lower these down. And this will guarantee that they're not hit first. And then we're on 120. Alrighty, and we're on 554. Let me just calculate that. It was 1,120. No, it was more. 554. And 1250. Not quite. 180. Nearly. 550. That'll do. 1190. Okay, so let's just do a couple of last hits before this event finishes. One. A Christmas night. Oh my God, where are we getting this music from? And back to the beginning. That's better. Sorry now. Where was I? Hercules main. Okay. I'll get to any comments now in a minute, guys. And 2185. Yeah. No. Go away. Two 185. And G8 is 2150. I'm sure there's easier ways of doing this. I know I could just write the numbers down, but there you go. Either way, I'm going to have to put them in. Smiter is 11921. 1, 2, 1. It's very hard to see around the microphone. 12, 4, 9, 7. And G8, 21, 5, 2, 1. And 23, 502. And copy and paste. No, Neve, don't tell me I can do that. I am the copy paste king. Are you honestly telling me I can do that? Why did I never think of that before? Oh my god. Oh my god. It is Friday, right? Copy and paste. And Neve, that's why you're in a place of power and I'm not. Are you for real? It's nearly as quick to do it though, isn't it? Oh, Control V. No! I know, yeah, okay, that works. But it's actually nearly quicker because that just messes with all the columns. No! Oh, no, I didn't like that. Yeah, it doesn't like the copy and paste, Neve. So I don't know what happens to your cells, but when I click copy, I suppose I could do it that way, couldn't I? Let's try it again. So what do we do? 23836. Yeah, that's a great birthday present if it works. So let's not touch on that cell first. So we're going with ranged specialists, legitimists. So I click that and go Control C. Yeah, you see it kind of does highlight the cell badly. And Control V. Yeah, I know. That makes way more sense. My dear, thank you very much. Tip my hat to you. Okay. What else are we doing here? Always send 3 tiers complete unless you have complete G9, S9 in my opinion. There you go. X7, my friend, has answered that question. Gara, you can try it both ways. Sakumji, hello my friend, welcome to the stream. You were late here, but you've got in time. I have G5 and M5. I have been using Cleo, Ingrid and Amanitor as my attacking captains. I always unlock monster first. I like Ingrid because she boosts the monsters since I depend on monsters after mercs. Yes, that is a good point, but just be very, very careful. She may boost them, but you do not want them boosted so as they die early in the stack, in the attacks. So you don't want your monsters at the top of your stacks dying first. You want them to last longer. Just keep that in mind. And yes, Neve, like I say, thanks for that. I feel a bit stupid now. Duelist. Control C. Control V. Control C, Control V is your friend. I could probably have them typed as fast, but yeah, it is a little bit. No. Yeah, okay, it is a little bit easier. I still have to look for them and find them on the sheet though. And mind you, this is something Princess pointed out. It'd be nice to have them in the order that they appear on the screen. But I do notice they change the odd time because my guardsmen, my G9 ranged and melee used to be beside each other, but now they're not. They're a few apart. But anyway, first world problems. So we're on to G8. And don't press the wrong button. Range. No, that was the wrong one actually. Okay, and that is Control C, Control V. Of course, you can probably do this without looking at the keys. I have to kind of go, okay, am I pressing the right ones? This bloody epic will be gone by the time I get here. I don't even know who's attacking it now at the minute. Okay, Control C, Control V, and last but not least, Yes, I do feel rather stupid today, but I did mention this before in videos, and that is, if you don't learn something new every day, you are hanging around with the wrong crowd. I clearly am not hanging around with the wrong crowd today. Okay, let's go and smack this thing and see what we can see. Oh, I went a little bit too early there, did I? 2.3. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get a kill here. I'm going to use a little bit gold. 2.22. Okay, I'm going to steal this Briaria squad from Elite today, and that will be my parting birthday present. I have to get the timing right. 1.4. What do we do actually in that attack? 18.6. How are we here? 43. So maybe one more hit. 41. Gotta get this timing right. What did I say I did? 19, 18, 18.6. Okay, there's a few of them coming here, so I really am going to have to get this right. It's impossible to tell. Ooh, too late. Is it too late? Did I make it? Yes, I think I got it. No, I missed it. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Yes, Led Zeppelin are a class act. I'd love to be playing a bit of Led Zeppelin today on my stream, but sadly, YouTube copyright denies me, and I missed that goddamn epic. That's just too bad. They should have let me have it. It's my birthday. Princess, how are you? Good to see you. You did miss some fun experiments indeed, yes. But I may touch on it again tomorrow. I will be running a second stream. As I said to everybody, tomorrow, same time, start at 4 p.m. Irish time, GMT, 1600 hours in the afternoon, and we'll run it for about 3 hours, depending on the interest. I might start at 5, but yeah. No, I'll do it at 4. 4 o'clock for 3 hours or thereabouts, and we can have a chat about other stuff. I will have moved. Yes, I did. I tested with all 4 in fact. We tested with Ifrit Lord's Belt. We tested with the Forest Heart, the Crown, and lastly, the Zeus Lightning artifact. And without a shadow of a doubt, Zeus came out on top, and he will continue to do so. Mind you, I don't know if he will if we level them up, because the experiment might be a tiny bit skewed given the fact of the artifacts maybe not being on a similar level star-wise. So we will... It's just going to be easier to get stars and get starred for Zeus Lightning, given the fact that we get those pieces, artifact pieces, regularly in Olympus. And yes, Led Zeppelin are a class. Couldn't resist the t-shirt. I've been discouraged in using Ingrid, so should I not use her? Confused. Yeah. Who did you say use again? Cleo and Amanitor. My suggestion would be to switch to using... No, you can continue to use her. She's a good captain, and she will give your monsters, as you say, a good boost. And obviously, the more she levels up, your monsters will become stronger and stronger. And then if you use her in attacks against other players, where you use her with 2 of the fighting captains, she is good. Certainly, she is good to use. But you may be better off using one of your other fighting captains that you would use in attacks against other players. For example, Captain A-Day, although I know she will give your guardsman a strength boost, and that again will skew the calculator. Well, if you use my calculator, Jedi Tuco's calculator, then the amount that she boosts the units will be accounted for in the calculation values at the bottom of the page. If you're using another calculator, you may have to cut back on your guardsmen to again make sure they're not at the top of your stack and they're not dying first. So yeah, that's obviously important to not have happen. Reports. Of course I'll send you the reports. No problemo. You know I will. I'll always send you the reports. It's important for people I know to know what's good and what's not. Can you talk about the use of a Manitor? I feel like she's quite useless and she will never be at the same level as Bayo, as he has more uses, so therefore he levels easier. Yeah, so Beowulf and a Manitor, to be quite honest, is a really important captain, and do not level her at your peril. Because you will, when you're in a clan, get into raids, and that's where a Manitor comes into her own, okay? She will give you a massive boost to strength and will give the whole attack a massive boost to strength if all 5 players in the raid use a Manitor. So Manitor is important. She's also very important when you're reinforcing somebody. So if you reinforce your other players in a clan because they're under attack, or it's during Clash for the Throne or something like that, you want to get extra CP, by using a Manitor along with other fighting captains, she will boost your army strength and health. So yes, she is important. She is not on the same she's not on the same level as Captain Beowulf because he's a slightly different captain, but each captain has their benefits, pros and cons in the game. And for sure, a Manitor is definitely one that you will want to level up aside from Beowulf. Obviously, if you have Beowulf, then definitely use him. You're welcome, my dear. Okay, 10 minutes to go for today's stream. It was extremely enjoyable. And thank you for everybody that came and shared with me on my 58th birthday. I don't feel so old now, although I do a little bit because Neve made me feel old by telling me that I could copy and paste. I never thought of it before. So Neve, I just might have to do a spice bag someday live, especially for you, as an exchange. Copy and paste. Jeez, what was I thinking? Anyway, let's take the last of these before this ends. Now I'm just a little bit off getting one more. I don't really need it, do I? Will one more get me? It's every 40, right? Well, we got second place ranking, clan members. Don't know who that guy is at the top, but he seems like a strange fella. Triumphal challenge. Did I get anything interesting in there? No, no, and no. And that brought me up a little bit further. As you can see on Seasons Legacy, I am lagging sadly behind. I don't think I have a chance of getting to 994 trillion points. Yes, the joys of it all. Haha, thanks very much. Yes, feeling older. No, I'm not. Don't care. It's, as Johnny Logan once sang, "What's another year?" And no, I'm not singing. Okay, what else to say? Yeah, so everybody that was on the chat today and joined the live stream, I thank you, and all your names will be written down and entered into the draw for the 300 million silver, except for the ones that I know do not need it. How will I work that out, you may ask? Well, I know the ones that won't need it, and they already have told me. And they're quite happy for me to do what I'm doing and to let somebody who would really get the most out of it get the benefit of it. But this is only the first of part 2 tomorrow. It will be Kerf Birthday 2.0. And I will do a little celebrating tomorrow. I will have a beer with you all. So if you're joining me, don't be afraid to bring your tipple with you, whether that be alcoholic, non-alcoholic, or hot, warm beverage, depending on the time of day it is in your neck of the woods, part of the world, etc., etc., etc. And Neve, thanks again for the happy birthday many candles. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Ooh! Neve, did you count the amount of candles on that birthday cake? There's 13. And this is Friday. What are you doing? That better not be a bad omen. Lol. Okay. How are we doing on the stream now? We are 28 concurrent viewers. Okay, 8 more minutes and it will be time for some food and a glass of wine tonight. This time I will not be drinking it online. I'll be accused of being a bad influence to people. Anyway, I did say I was going to do something actually. And that is the last thing I'm going to do today is I am going to leave this kingdom. So, 8 minutes to go. And those of you who've never done a kingdom jump before, teleported from one kingdom to another, I don't think there's any point in staying here because there's no way they're going to work on a 25 trillion Briaria squad and kill it in 7 minutes. Where was the other one I hit actually? 512, 525. No, 25. I am going to K148. I'm going there for at least a month. So that might tie in well with plans that we would have to do other things. So yeah, K148 it is. Back to my old gang and meet up and a chat with my... Well, yeah, okay, that's a fair point. Yes, I will stay for them. So, okay, so yeah, as regards teleporting, it's fairly straightforward. All you need is a kingdom teleporter. And I can't remember if I have one. What is it in? Bonuses miscellaneous, isn't it? I think it's in miscellaneous. Okay, so I do have one. So I have one ready. Oh no, that's the 11 one. Okay, so I have to buy one. Fine, buy it. Okay, now I'm ready. Bags packed, but I am waiting until Olympus ends. And that will be in 5 minutes and 47, 6, 5, 4, 3 seconds. In the meantime, what are you all doing for the weekend? Any parties? This is the last of the summer for some. I know all schools are back here in Ireland next week. Well, some of them were back this week, but I think the majority of them are back next week. And mummies and daddies will be delighted to have some time to themselves, I'm sure, after a long, hard summer, keeping children happy. I don't think of any more housekeeping to do other than wait for that. I missed the end of Triumphal Challenge last night, but I had taken all of my prizes. I didn't get the city because I didn't have enough points. Union of Triumph I'm not purchasing now until I move to the new kingdom. So now it's just a case of sitting and watching a ticking clock. Yeah. Oh, there's a subject that I just would not like to talk about. I given up, totally given up on football, Garrett. I was a United supporter for many, many, many years, and had seen the glory days of Alex Ferguson and the team, the class of '92. Yeah, we were just, what'll I say? Spoiled, yeah. But by God, I just don't understand these players now. A couple of friends of mine, big into United as well, and they're just pulling their hair out at the minute, literally, because that shocker against Grimsby Town the other night. It's just like, how low can they go? I mean, I won't say I can see a possibility of them to be relegated. I don't think that would ever happen because well, they wouldn't leave the manager in situ for that to happen. But I just don't know, because they can just keep sacking managers and bring new ones in, but it's the team for me are the problem. Maybe the format, the format they're playing in. One of the guys saying he thinks they should play 1-3-4-2 or 1-2-4-3. Well, I can't remember what he said last night. But they're just crap. I've never come across players to play for so long, not gel, not know one of the players, not even know what each of them are doing or where they're supposed to be playing, what position they're supposed to be playing in. It's just a freaking nightmare. So yes, I feel your pain, but no, I am giving up watching football. For the money they get paid and the work they do, it's just disgusting, really. I'll stick to rugby. A real man sport. When are they playing actually this weekend? Saturday, Sunday? I could probably look it up myself. Oh yeah, 10. Yeah, that should be okay. Rugby. Yep, rugby. Are you watching the ladies actually? The ladies are playing on, when are we playing? Sunday, is it? We weren't convincing now in that first game against Japan, but Japanese team wouldn't be too bad. They would probably be they'd probably be the third placed team if I was to rank that group we're in. Obviously New Zealand and ourselves will be first, second, depending on what way you look at it, who turns up best on the day. But Japan will definitely give New Zealand a match, put it that way, so we'll have to just hope it ends up like that. I always have hope with the new season, but it doesn't take them long to crush it. Yeah, next is Burnley. Yeah, Burnley. Well, look, Burnley are either going to get the other end of United, and we're going to go out and hammer them. But I have a funny feeling if Burnley put up any sort of a fight and managed to get a goal, we could just capitulate again and lose the match. And the Tri Nations. Yes. I assume, are you a Leinster, a Munster? You're not an Ulster supporter, I know that. So you're a Leinster, Munster or Connacht supporter when it comes to the provinces. It's Leinster all day for me, by the way. Originally from the East Coast. And regardless of the fact that I'm now living Midlands North, I will not follow Ulster. I'll always be a Leinster man. Actually, I might wear my rugby shirt tomorrow. Good. Do you get to any of the games? Considering taking out a season ticket. There we go. There's the end of Bray Areas. Now we will get some chests. When do we get the chests? Give me the chests. Come on. Oh no, it ends in another hour. Ah no, you mean I have to stay here for another hour? What the hell? Why does it not just end straight away? Yep, work in rugby. You work in rugby. Interesting. Tin Man and Bray Areas. Yeah, I don't know when the first summons was here, but it looks like I'm going to be here for this one. And there was me going to just jump away and leave them to it. Now I have to wait. A whole hour. Well, I'm not going to stay online for a whole hour anyway. I'll take my frustration out on a glass of wine or a bottle of beer. Actually, I'd love a bottle of beer now. Nice cold. I should have put one in the freezer. Yes. Yeah, I will. I'll definitely be looking at that because I'd love to get to more matches than I get to for sure. Um, I enjoy them. I'd like to get get to a few of the away games as well. Maybe one of the games in France. Although I know when they're usually playing in France, it's some of the bigger capitals. In France is not a cheap place. It is expensive at the best of times. But yeah, I definitely will watch all the Leinster games. I watch some of the Munster games as well. I like to kind of keep an eye on the other provinces. Obviously, if we're playing Munster, I'm certainly never going to be up for Munster. But if Munster were playing in a cup match, I'd be quite happy to watch that. And Connacht too. We're spoiled for choice when it comes to rugby players. We really have a wealth of brilliant rugby stars and a lot more newer, younger players coming onto the scene too. So yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, Tin Man and Briarius. I know, yeah, it's just too much, right? But why is it? No, so basically it's just Trials of Olympus are still active for an hour. Like, what is the point of that? Briarius has ended. It's not like you can get points now. I mean, you know it's going to be ending. So what is the point, Total Battle, of sitting here watching a clock tick down when there is nothing to do? Yet another useless... Oh. Let's not get too hot under the collar, being as it's my birthday today. Server load. Psh. Yeah. Probably, possibly, maybe. I don't see why they couldn't. They can stop every other event. Bang. It's over. Finished. The last thing. Triumphal challenge. Union of triumph. Everything stops. It ends. Oh, look. The countdown is there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bang. And we're into the next thing. Sorry. It's just... Could you stay so we could see big clan chest or a short video on it, please? How do you mean a big clan chest? Do you mean as regards the ancient? I wonder when our ancient is actually. Let's have a look. Tin Man. Okay, so the first summons will be in a half an hour. 26 minutes. Okay. I shall stay for the first summons and I will slam into it and get my chests, and then we will get our points. I think the first one is summoned for like 50 minutes, and I did say I wouldn't be here, so they did give extra time on that. So yeah, that's what I'll do. So I'm going to jump and get a bottle of beer to enjoy the last few 20 odd minutes of my stream today, and we shall do some Briarius bashing. Not Briarius bashing. We'll do some Tin Man bashing. How about that? So bear with me, give me 2 minutes and I will be back. Talk amongst yourselves, I'm not gone. Three, two, one. We're back in the room. Okay. Neurosis, my friend, how are you? Glad you could make it to the end. Summoning the Ancient right after the reset should also give the Olympus VPXP bonus in addition. Oh yeah, Mercs. Forgot about that, nearly. Okay, let us find some... Okay, there's something we'll do now, actually. So, I am going to go and find a few mercenary exchanges. And I'm going to show you the old style method that I use. I'm literally going to go down a kingdom and across a couple of tiles and back up and left and down a couple of tiles. And this is how I normally search for mercenary exchanges. It's always hard at the start of the merc exchange. And if we find any, then we will share them live on the stream. Sometimes I get lucky and sometimes I don't. I generally will try and just do a scan within maybe 30 to 40. Yeah, set the clock. But I need a merc exchange to set the clock, yeah? Well, actually, let's have a look. 31, that's too far away. Yeah, and it's gone. Okay, let's go the other way. Of course, the gang might find one as well. I'll have to just keep an eye on the two of those. Okay. Yes, I am still working here and the microphone is working. Don't be afraid if you've just tuned in and you don't hear anything. I'm just searching for some merc exchanges. K16, is there loads there, yeah? Well, K16 won't work for me actually because I don't have Aaron and my March range won't stretch to 16. So 16 is out. I know I can't even get to 31. So I'm just gonna keep going here and try and find something closer. And if somebody else posts something... Oh, timer, yeah, okay. Well, actually, hold on. Here we go. There we go. Let's go with these. 3 hours. Okay, timer started. Now I'll go back and see if I can find one where I was looking. Just because it'll be closer, and at least as Neve has rightly pointed out for anybody who's wondering what Neve meant there, in this situation you want to get your timer started, as in your timer counting down from the time your merc exchange will refresh. So if you can get straight in on it at the very beginning and set your captain marching, even if he doesn't make it to the exchange before it disappears, it will get your clock timer for exchanges beginning, and it means then your 7 hours or 6 hours and 23 minutes and next amount of seconds has started. So in 7 hours time you'll be able to run on your next one. You don't have to match. What do you mean? What do you mean I don't have to match? Don't have to match what? Oh, March! Do you not? Ah, interesting. Well, he's gone now anyway. I think I got something, didn't I? I didn't even get something. Okay. Right. Good to know. I thought you had to merge. Thanks for pointing that out to me. See, that's 2 things I learned today. 2 things. 58 years of age, I'm still learning shit. What is that all about? Come on, give me a goddamn Western exchange. Usually I'm just lucky and I find a, what is this, 109? Yeah. Usually I'll find one at 109 close to the coast. Keep an eye on the other guys. Okay, nothing there. Let's go have a look over here. You're sold out. Well, bully for you. How could you possibly be sold out already? You're using a Merc Exchange Finder. See, I'm 58. I'm old style. I have to do this way. Keeps my focus. Okay, X7. Pro that you are, find me some around 113. Not on 113. 109, 105, 117, 115. Any of them would be great. 116. And I'll just aimlessly scroll the kingdoms like the sad human I am. And not gonna have too many marks here. See, the reason I do this as well is if I find one and I run to it and I don't share it, I generally can nearly fill a card. And after that, then if I find any, I'm happy to share with the clan. But when I need them in a hurry, as I will do for this, that's why I do it this way. Long live the Republic indeed. JC, how are you? Thanks for joining the stream. You're a little bit late. I'm only here for another 24 minutes apparently, because that's when we're summoning the Ancient here. And shortly after dying, I will be leaving for pasture greener. Dum-dee-dee-dum-dum-dum. They purposely do this, make them so hard to find early on. I know I have all the Merc Exchange chats, but there's just no point in going on them. So for those of you who think I'm just mad doing this, why not use one of the Merc Exchange chats? I want to stand a chance of being able to at least half fill a card in one go. The volume of me or the volume of the track in the background, if it could be me because I was just maybe pulling away from the microphone when I was speaking. I can't turn it up. It is up to its maximum level for the mic. Yeah, that's true. Merc chat is for lazy fucks for sure. Oh. Okay, let's try north of here. Come on, Total Battle, it's my birthday. Work with me here. Just me, you have your headphones on. Just you, I'm afraid. You don't suck at scouting, you just don't scout. And another reason that I'm doing this on a kingdom that's close to me is it's less likely that lots of other kingdoms see my line. If they don't see my line, then they don't see my exchange. Did I not just check this? There's 117. That's 108. Okay, let's have a look and see if that's still there. 109. 590. 844. Magic. Thank you, Thomas. You are a lifesaver. Okay, let's just grab what we can and get the hell out of here. Let's go for the bigger stuff first. No, let's not be picky, I hear you say. Ah, yes, let's be picky. That's not bad, actually. Now, let me just see. Am I coming from... Yep, you sure do. Let the pups do the hard work. Casey won't let me write €500. Kingdom chat. No, you have to put an E. You can't put a euro sign. So just type it as E 500. Yeah, that's the only way you can do really when it comes to putting monetary figures into Total Battle chat. There's a lot of things you can't do in it, but yes, that is one of them. You cannot use any of the I don't know if you can use the dollar sign. Ah, come on. Yeah, I don't know if you can use any of the currency signs. I'm not just sure about that. The actual word. Yes. Yeah. Is there another way of doing it? Yeah, there is another way of doing it. If you type in 500 EU or and the number 0. Yeah. Then try that. That might work. Oh, I may as well get some cannons. If I can get there on time. I think I might have lost the opportunity for that last run. Maybe not. It was lowish. Yeah, might get those last 3 exchanges. Deals, and then I'm off looking elsewhere again. Thanks for that, Thomas. Much appreciated, my friend. Did I get the Merc Exchange? Nice, I even got the Merc Exchange. Which is a shame because now my clan knows that I found a Merc Exchange and I didn't share it with them. Okay, so that's 109. Let's try up the top of 109. Sometimes I find that the odd time you will see an exchange pop up in corners. I've seen that happen now. Maybe it's just pure coincidence, but if I find an exchange, let's say bottom right hand corner of Kingdom, and I scroll to the top left hand corner, I might find a second one. Now, like I say, maybe that's just pure pot luck and coincidence. Coinky dink. My beer is going warm. Cheers, everyone. just cannot beat a nice cold Alhambra. My clan was happy, Thomas. Haha, yeah, okay. You shouldn't have shared it with your clan. The birthday boy here can't get his goddamn mercs because you're sharing it with your clan. Cheek of you. Okay, I wasn't just lucky enough to find one up above. Okay, let's have another look above in the next kingdom. Oh, let's turn us on instead, actually. I just have. Sometimes it is a little bit harder to find these. I used to scan whole kingdoms until I got into the habit of just running in a couple of swipes from the boundary. I know that as the exchanges go on into tomorrow and late tonight, they do switch more inland and away from the coastal areas. There was a time I sold Merc Exchange for 300 million silver till the player sold out. Really? Jesus. There is no way I would give 300 million to anybody for an exchange when I could search for it myself. And as I say, once the timer is started, I'm more than happy to sit here and scroll for an hour and try and find one to be able to get my card filled. 300 million. Some people have more money than sense. Well, they have lots of silver, so it's not going to bother them too much. Yours not. Okay, let's just do some random scrolling now. Right, let's go further north. See what we can find. Weird, that one. Where are we now? 97. Yep, that's what I thought. Hey, there we go. Okay, so just because I'm going to go to this exchange and I want to do it in peace, I would share with one person, but I will find another one. But I'm not taking the chance of losing the opportunity to fill my card now. So off you go, fly little birdies, fly, fly, fly. Okay, and just to prove it, I did find one. Ah, look, they're on it already. Okay. There it is, 97 X825 Y797. They just go too quick. Oh well, at least it was worth my while moving off the a beaten track. You won't share. It's too late. It's been shared. Everyone knows where it is now. Go, go, go. Come on, give me these last two. How's my luck? How's my speed? Hey, it's gone. Did I get it? No, that wasn't me. I don't think I got that one. Nope. Okay. Okay, back to the drawing board. That's one. Let's go find. Let's see if we can find another one up north here. They are all going to one there, but I'm not chasing that around. No, I'm not going to those lengths. By the time I follow all of those lines, it will for sure be gone. And if you've just joined this strange channel, this is Total Battle Complete Guide, and a madman who is currently searching for mercenary exchanges. What's a mercenary exchange, you may ask? It's an exchange where you can get mercenaries in different kingdoms around the map. Not interested, you say? I totally understand, I say. This is for people with lots of time in their hands. Mind you, I could just come back later and get the rest of them. I've got most of them anyway. Here we go. Here's a nice close one. Now we can finish. Come on, game. Keep up here. We're under pressure here. Ooh, no, that was a mess. I just hit one of my 66% speed ups. No. Yes, yes, yes. Would be nice to have captain icons in YouTube. Yeah, it would actually, yeah. I had kind of looked at that, possibly having captain icons on my on my channel. Why are they not back yet? Come on, guys. It's not that fucking far away. Go. Don't want scouts. Scouts are no use to me in attacks. Even though they are an extra troop, they just don't pack enough of a punch. It's gone already. Scheisse. Mimic chests. Who's doing mimic chests at this stage? 119, so this is 117. No, it's 120. Okay, let's try 120 up the top. See if we can get the last couple before summons. Summons should be any minute now. Well, I have enough to do a bit of damage anyway, so we should be good. Better than nothing, right? That's what I always say. But it would be just nice if I could fill the last of the card for it. Oh. There's a heavy load upon my back, all right. It's called finding a mercenary exchange. Okay. 29. Come on, guys. Summon that monster so we can all get some VP. XP. Etc. 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 Actually sounds a little bit like Ozzy Osbourne, that singer. So it's dues. R.I.P. Nothing there. Where are we now? Oh, that's 117. We'll have a look here again. Did check it already, but I'll check it again until I see the summons. So are you all running around finding mercenary exchanges? Have you filled a card yet, apart from X7? Oh, it's tiring work. Yikes. It's not that time of the day yet to be yawning. Come on, guys. Yes, I am ready to. Well done. So proud. I have enough. I'm only missing a couple off mine. I don't have time anyway to get them now, so I want to just hit this, do some damage, and then sit and wait. I think I will go with. I'm going to stick with that actually. Okay. Yeah, I know, I'm surprised too, right? How did you keep that? It was 25 minutes left. Okay, so we'll get that bonus. The Valor points. I don't really need Valor points anymore. Health, I'll keep it just in case. It might help for the last hit. Clan on, Royal on, all good to go. Okay, let's see if it's going to select these right. Attack. No, I don't want to attack with her. Go away, Cleo. Oh. Okay, let's go with low levels because we want to make these last. So we'll just go with 10s. 20s would be 2 at a time. And we'll go with 70 here. Joy to the world. Next. Thank you. And 10, and we can go 200 there. And I may as well just go with all of them there. Go with 120. Just go with all of them. Go with 700. Go with 1200. Go with. The reason I'm just randomly picking numbers here is I want to make these last. Some of them anyway, because no point to go less than 70 of them. Although I could. I suppose I could go 40. No point to go less than them. So 30, 60, and 100. I'm going to go with the 3. Yes, I'm going to have to restack. Okay, sugar. What is 211? Oh, I thought I did this already. Did 450. 455. Okay, so we'll go 450. No, we'll go with 450. Okay, now quickly select troops. Oh yeah, Copy paste. Control C, Control V. Control C, Control V. Control C, Control V. Get rid of them. Control C, Control V. Look at me, I'm not even looking at the keyboard. Bet you're so proud. Control C, Control V. Not them, them. Control C, Control V. Control C, Control V. Yeah, it is a bit quicker. Just a bit. Control C, Control V. No. No. There you go. Control C, Control V. And Control C, Control V. No, I'm gonna do that. Control C, no. Control C, Control V. And G8. Yeah, it is quicker. Thanks for that, Neve. Big up. Okay, let's go. Let's do some damage. 11 seconds. Okay, who's saying what? Gentleman's agreement to not hit other players in the same kingdom. Players with large accounts, that is. Does this happen in other kingdoms? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Clash with the Throne is the only time that that may change, and yeah, other than that, most kingdoms live in peace, to be honest, unless you have outlaws, in which case that all kind of goes by the wayside. Kevin, thank you, my friend, and thanks for coming to the stream. The only reason I'm still here is I got stuffed into having to finish the event to be able to get my coins from that stupid event that is Olympus. Well, it's not stupid, but the fact that they ran into the Tin Man was a bit crazy. However, we're now kicking Tin Man's ass. And we have a few Merc Hunters. Good. Yeah, we can bring a few Merc Hunters in to the soiree. I'll be catching up on gold. Let's just go for it. Okay, what do we want of these? 1,000 if it's 100 each time. Let's go with 800. Okay, and we're still okay with that. Off we go again. I do have my, yes you do, and Olympian bonus is still on. What are we doing now? How are we doing? 452 billion? That's not great actually. I'm not even averaging a trillion. Anyway, 452, then 478, and then 500. Yeah, that's okay. That'll do. Time for some godlike Ragnarok gear the next time it comes around. Won't be too much longer, I don't think. Who says what? That is during COT. Yeah, during COT. I thought he was joking about the birthday. No, it's my birthday. I'm 58 years young today. Cheers. That's quite alright. It's just another year for me to forget. You get older, but you get wiser. I got wise twice today. The two ladies on the stream taught me something. Just simple stuff. Copy and paste. Even though I'm well capable of doing simple computer things. But yes, Neve, thank you for that. And also, Princess pointed out that I don't have to actually march to the exchange, which I actually was told before, but I had totally forgotten about. You just have to click on the exchange. These guys are going to seriously struggle to kill this when I leave. So they are. Anywho. Ancients 101. He is sweet. He is. He's only a baby. He wouldn't last, I'd say, more than, I would guess, maybe 3 minutes in your clan. I don't look a day over it. No, but I feel a day over it every day that goes by. It's the body that gives up before the mind gives up. You may have said it, but why did you want to move to another kingdom? I'm not going for any particular reason that I'm not getting on here. I just always said that I would move my main back to the kingdom that I left to come here. The reason to come here was kind of twofold. One, I just wanted to hook up with some old friends that were here before, and at the same time give the clan a help out to basically boost their chests. But I'm kind of, have to say, I'm pretty shocked at how poor and quiet this kingdom has become since I left. A lot of players have left, and there just seems to be alt after alt after alt, sitting in clans, doing nothing, not hitting ancients, basically just sitting and gathering any of the chests, and it's kind of sad to see. So I am leaving here with my main. I may take my Seasonal Kingdom account back out as well. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. For the time being, it'll stay there. The debuff on that anyway is still active for another 30 odd days. But yeah, I'm just going back to somewhere that I know there will be plenty of action, and back to friends that I spent 87 days with on Seasonal Kingdom. So that's why I'm going back. It's as simple as that. The Tin Man is level 101. Of course, if I change his artifact, then I'm going to lose some of my leadership. I'll just keep going. I think we only summoned 3, or we only made 3 summons. That stupid button just fucking needs fixing. Did we? Yeah, 3, so that's good. So it's 1 now, and there'll be 2 then afterwards. I won't be here for them. Ridiculous system that Total Battle invented, that when you click a button it doesn't click until half an hour later. Douchebags. Anyway, we killed level 80 under 3 minutes, then stop record that, so I guess it stands 5 minutes. Yep, I knew you would. Look, we would be similar when we move back. When I move back to K148, they're fast killing them, but they're up there. I think they're on 196 or something at the minute. I don't know, but they only changed clans a while ago, so I don't know what level we're going to now with the Ancient. But I'll find out tomorrow. I won't be able to hit the ancient, of course, the only thing. I'll gather the chests. Well, I won't. So I'll be going into a smaller clan. Okay, JC. Go. Kill. Kill, kill, kill. I shall talk to you tomorrow, maybe. Hopefully you'll make tomorrow's stream again, 4 p.m. until probably 6 or 7 in the evening. That's 4 p.m. GMT, Irish/UK time. Thanks for dropping in today and joining the celebrations of my 58th birthday. Plus the messing about here on the game. Well, we all love to. Look at all them players now running to this ancient. That's why he's nearly 3 stacks. Well, at least they're all making an effort. Cheers, Kevin. Thank you, my friend. I will be logging off shortly as soon as I have done this guy, because the next one will not be now. 49 million points I've done already, and the next player, who is half my size, has done less than half. That's okay. He has to step up to the plate anyway, because without him these guys will be stuffed, because they will not be able to kill this level ancient. So we'll take a bit of pressure off him and do a bit of damage and help them out. I dislike players that wait in Tin Man going red to start attacking. Yeah, everybody does. It's a bugbear of many people's, for sure. Hit from the start. And anyway, it's more important about getting VP, and Tin Man gives good Valor points and experience points. So Valor points, what do Valor points give you? They give you stronger troops. So why you wouldn't want to hit from the start is beyond me. If you really want to play the game how it's meant to be played. How are we going, actually? Could we level him up soon again? No, 418 still. Okay, what's left on this? A couple of hits. What is he at now? 313. As well put. Noah Man, your other shit captains. Everybody should be going here with Beowulf or Cleo. Here's 80 walking out here. What a waste of space. And Hercules, Cleopatra, Beowulf. That's what you should be hitting this with, or Skadi for that matter, but not 80. But I'm assuming that is, we have a few alts in the clan at the minute, so I'm assuming that is why that somebody's using a Captain 8A. Okay guys, getting very close now, 11 minutes. This will be dead in less than 5. And we will part ways until tomorrow. I hope you can join the stream tomorrow and we can have a chat again and talk about other things total battle related. Yeah, that's what we had kind of planned on doing, all right. But this is only a second tier clan. So the elite would have stronger, have higher requirements, and as such, they won't need to do the damage that they do. Okay, nearly there. This last hit should do it. I don't know if it will be me or somebody else. Probably is me now at this stage, because I think that's me in attack there. Final attack. Done, dusted, and we can now take our Rise of Ancients chests, and then we just need to wait for the chests to come out from Olympus. Take these last few things. Triumphal challenge rewards and close that up. That was okay. Right, that is it. That is the end of the stream for today. Once again, I do thank you all for joining. Thank you for sending your best wishes for my birthday today. And as I said, I will be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. GMT. for 2 to 3 hours, have a stream, have a bit of a laugh, and we'll see how you're getting on for your weekend. Okay, guys, be safe. And once again, thanks for joining the stream today. For now, Curf, peace out.